I'm 85 years old, and I'm about to tell you something that will probably make you uncomfortable. Something nobody talks about, something nobody prepares you for when you're thinking about getting old. It's not about your health failing or losing people you love, though those things happen too. It's not about money or retirement or any of the practical stuff everyone obsesses over. No. This is about something far more unsettling, something that reveals the truth about human nature in a way that's both heartbreaking and oddly liberating. You see, when you get old, really old, you become invisible. Not literally, of course, but socially, emotionally, in every way that matters, you disappear. And when you disappear, you start to see things about the world that you never noticed before. Things about how people really think, how society actually works, what human beings are truly like when they think no one important is watching. And what I've discovered in these last few years of invisibility has shocked me more than anything else in my 85 years on this planet. My name is James, but most people don't bother learning my name anymore. That's part of what I'm talking about. 3 years ago, when I was 82, I could still pass for someone who mattered. I walked a little slower, sure, but I was still me, still James, still someone people saw as a person. But somewhere around 83, 84, something shifted. Suddenly, I wasn't a person anymore. I became a thing, an obstacle, a problem to work around. Let me give you an example. Last week, I was in line at the grocery store. I'm standing there with my basket, waiting my turn, when this young man, couldn't have been more than 25, just stepped right in front of me. Didn't say excuse me, didn't acknowledge I existed. He just moved around me like I was a piece of furniture. When I said something, he looked genuinely surprised, like he hadn't even seen me there. And you know what? I believe him. He literally hadn't seen me. This happens constantly now. At restaurants, servers will talk to whoever I'm with and act like I'm not there. At the bank, the teller will look right through me. Even my own family does it sometimes without realizing. They'll have entire conversations about me while I'm sitting right there, as if I can't hear them or my opinion doesn't matter anymore. But here's the thing nobody tells you about becoming invisible. It's actually a gift. Because when people can't see you, they stop performing for you. They show you who they really are. And what I've learned about human nature in these last few years has been absolutely fascinating. I see how people treat service workers when they think no important person is watching. I see how they talk about their spouses, their children, their friends, when they think those words won't get back to anyone who matters. I see the casual cruelty, the small kindnesses, the real thoughts behind the polite masks everyone wears. A few months ago, I was sitting in a coffee shop, and these two women were at the table next to me. Mid-30s, well-dressed, probably mothers. They were talking about their friend, Sarah, who had just gotten divorced. And the things they said about this woman, this person they called a friend, were vicious. They picked apart everything from her parenting to her appearance, to her financial situation, just tore her to pieces. And they felt completely free to do it because, as far as they were concerned, no one was listening. But I was listening, and I realized something that made my stomach turn. This is how most people talk when they think it doesn't matter. This is how most people really think about each other. Behind the smiles and the Facebook posts and the "we should get together soon" promises, There's this constant judgment, this ranking, this keeping score. When you're invisible, you see the truth. People are kind to those they need something from. They're polite to those who can help or hurt them. But when you remove their motivation to perform, when you become someone who doesn't matter to their social standing or their future prospects, you see what's really there. I see young people roll their eyes when an elderly person ahead of them in line takes too long to count change. I see middle-aged people talk over us in meetings as if our decades of experience are worthless. I see families make decisions about their elderly relatives without asking what those relatives actually want. We become burdens, inconveniences, reminders of mortality that people would rather not deal with. But you know what else I see? I see the exceptions. The people who still look you in the eye, who still treat you like a human being worthy of respect. And those people shine like beacons. They're not common, but they exist. And when you encounter one, it reminds you that there is still goodness in the world. There's this young woman at my doctor's office, can't be more than 22. She's just a receptionist, but every time I come in, she greets me by name, asks about my week, listens to my answer, makes small talk while I wait. Last week, she noticed I seemed tired and brought me a cup of water without me asking. Such a small thing, but it meant the world to me because she saw me. She treated me like a person. That's when I realized something profound. The way people treat the elderly, the disabled, the poor, the powerless, that's who they really are. When someone has nothing to offer you, when there's no benefit to being nice to them, when no one's watching to judge you for your behavior, that's when your true character shows. I think about my late wife, Dorothy. She passed 7 years ago. When she was alive, people paid attention to me differently. I was Dorothy's husband. I had context. I had value in relation to her. But, now, I'm just an old man taking up space. And in some ways, it's been liberating. When you realize you're invisible, you stop worrying about what people think. You say what you actually mean. You do what actually matters to you. You stop performing for an audience that isn't watching anyway. I started volunteering at a homeless shelter 6 months ago. Not because I thought it would make me visible again, but because I realized that invisible people understand each other. Homeless people, elderly people, disabled people. We're all part of the same ignored population. And when you stop being seen by society, you start really seeing each other. The homeless man who sits outside the grocery store, his name is David. He's a veteran. Lost his job, then his home, then his hope. But he's still a person with stories, with insights, with dignity. Most people walk past him like he's not there, but I see him, because I know what it's like to be invisible. Here's what no one warns you about getting old. It's not just that your body fails, or that you lose people. It's that you lose your place in the world. You become a ghost, haunting the edges of society. But if you can accept that, if you can stop fighting to be seen and start using your invisibility as a superpower, something amazing happens. You become free. Free from the exhausting performance of trying to matter to people who were never going to value you anyway. Free to focus on the relationships that are real. free to spend your time on things that actually bring you joy instead of things that make you seem relevant. You also become wise in a way you never could when you were visible, because you see people's true selves. You understand human nature at a level that's only possible when people think their actions don't have consequences. So, yes, getting old means becoming invisible. Yes, it means being dismissed, ignored, treated as less than. But it also means seeing clearly, for maybe the first time in your life, seeing who people really are when the masks come off. And while that can be heartbreaking, it can also be profound. I'm 85 years old, and I'm invisible. But I'm also more aware, more honest, and strangely more at peace than I've ever been. Because when you can't pretend to matter to the world anymore, you finally start mattering to yourself. If this resonates with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you see an elderly person today, really see them. Look them in the eye. Remember they were once young like you. Remember they have stories, wisdom, value that hasn't disappeared just because society has stopped noticing.